Hello, digital card fighters. This is Kyle D, better known as Ride My Avatar, bringing you a segment from our Vanguard podcast that we had earlier this week. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. This was all about the fact of what Bushiroad did right this season, and I think it was better to talk as a group because it gave people more opinions and how they would feel. And I think having multiple brains instead of just one person talking about it makes it really more interesting and a lot more fun for you guys to enjoy. So guys, hopefully you do really enjoy this, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely follow my supporting cast for my podcast. Definitely enjoy having every minute of them on, and it really makes the day go by so much quicker. So definitely enjoy what Bushiroad did right for 2020 when they did Vanguard Zero, the changes they had to make and everything like that. So definitely enjoy.
Tell you what, I think they actually did right in this. I reckon that they actually listened really well to the fact that the whole the drop rate sucked for triple rares and all this kind of business.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually really glad that they took the time to listen and they actually, figure it out. They figured it out. It wasn't hard to figure out, but just the fact that they did, certain days, drops guaranteed. That was certainly something that I appreciated seeing. I'm really glad that they finally did that. So to me, that is what Vanguard Zero did right. They actually made farming basically something that was worthwhile. Where at first it was still worthwhile always, but it was always that annoying thing going I
just wasted 75 stamina. Yeah, and then I got one triple R material or 0 triple R material, and you're like,
super annoying. Super annoying.
Then you gotta wait. You gotta wait the next day.
Not to wait
unless you pay the gems. Unless you pay the gems to replenish the fights, which I just learned that you can do. I had no idea. That's so bad. I had no idea the other day. Somebody mentioned that. What?
The major thing they need to fix is that stamina being 75. It should be your full stamina bar.
It should be your full stamina, exactly. Yeah. Especially since the more you go up in grade, you're getting more stamina. But you're only going to give me 75, even though it's half of what I could actually have.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Especially if you're paying money for the gems and stuff, man. You're ripping my wallet at that point.
Yeah. Essentially, what it means is when you only refill, and say for example 15 per fight. So that's the typical, right? That you're probably going to do. Let's say the normal gem. I'm trying to get enough normal gems for my Dual Knights deck at the moment. If I was to put in 1 gem, refill, 75, 5 fights. Guaranteed drop, 10 materials. I don't think I really want to spend 100 gems to get 10 materials. That is challenging. That means that, I'm going to put in, say, 10 booster packs, get 1 double rare that's guaranteed. But, I may as well drop 10 packs and probably get, 5 double and hope that it's one that I really needed. So it's super annoying. That maths, it's kind of
I give you right.
Refill completely. It should not be a problem. Yeah. Or even if it was 100, even if it was just 100, amount of gems equals amount of refill. You had 50 gems lying around. I want 50 stamina. Uses that. I have 100 gems, 100 stamina. Then people wouldn't be as annoyed. I reckon that is their next move that they should be thinking about.
Or make it so that I can fill my stamina bar to 99. So for people like me that plan out on the event stuff, I'd rather be at full 99 and not have to go 75, 75, 75, and then whoop, 75, 75, 75, whoop, 75, 75, 75, whoop. It's
because you definitely pay out for this when you go to be Murakamo and you try to be the first with the full deck. You're paying a crazy ton of money if you're only doing 75.
Love everybody.
I think it's great though that you strive to do that though. I think it's great that you strive to be the first with the Murakamo deck. So that's good. It's great.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of events, do we get the Tachikaze clan next month?
Yes.
Does anybody know what we're getting?
Yes.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought I heard.
Ancient Dragons.
I'm super
cool.
excited for Tachikaze, man.
I made them in JP. They're so fun.
Yes.
Okay. So Scott, what is your second favorite thing that they brought into the fray?
I'm just really glad I don't have to deal with VP farmers that often. The fact that was listened to, I know we've already mentioned that, but for example, my player base in the Vanguard Zero community Discord server was super kind, right? They were giving me like just $1 or $2 every now and then, and I said, I'll put this towards content creation. And I was super excited. I put $125 into creating a Shadow Paladin deck. Now, that was when the Shadow Paladin banner was first up, and I was able to create this deck. And I was like, yeah, finally, the gacha system paid off. It was good. So essentially, I had a full deck ready to rock and roll. And it's like, I'm going to go create some content with this. VP Farmer. First another VP Farmer. VP Farmer again. Get a proper game finally after having 30 minutes of waiting
And then
time.
it was like the terrible matchup too. You brick so hard after that, and you're like, oh. And then VP Farmer.
It's so annoying. I'm so glad they actually fixed that.
Oh no! I immediately, when I was making content, I skipped right over to just friend fight. I was like, I'm not diving in.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I went right over there.
Yeah.
Yep. I did the same thing. I got one of my best friends who actually played Vanguard with me. And I was like, dude, you got to play me. He's like, what's up? I'm trying to make content here, dude. I just want to get a match that's a general match and just show what the deck can do and to be done with it instead of like what Scott said, just VP Farmer. Like, I can't show this. I can't do anything with this.
As you're like going bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And it's massively challenging, isn't it? Like when you're sitting there on your phone and you're like, here's another one. Here's another one. I was told once that as a streamer, I should just leave the game if it's a VP farmer. If I'm streaming and if a VP farmer comes up, just throw it. Just throw it and move to the next game. Now,
most people don't like watching it. It's not entertaining.
Yeah, of course it's not entertaining.
It's playing solitaire.
You don't really want to.
That's basically it.
Yeah. It's a challenge for streamers, and I think that it was
if you're
having a negative impact on streamers, and I'm glad that they realized that, and people weren't wanting to watch Vanguard Zero streamers. And I was talking to Juan Bango about this yesterday, and I'm just really glad that they have actually removed this whole VP farming concept, or just made it like heaps more difficult. So in other words, they've improved their game, and that's what I love about Vanguard is that they listened, they improved. I've always found Bushiroad to be a great company that actually listens to their audience. At the same time, they do some silly decisions, but we let them know when it's silly. The community definitely lets them know when they've made the wrong decision, and they listen and they are very quick to respond, and I like that about Bushiroad. If any of you guys ever sent an email to Bushiroad and you get a reply back that is actually quite genuine. It's usually quite nice to reply back when you have an issue and they quickly address it. It's nice. It's actually like, stop bothering me, like super annoying. Or it's not an automatic reply kind of deal most of the time. It's actually like a genuine, someone is taking the time to reply to you. That's another thing that I like about being, or Bushiroad, in other words.
Okay.
Bushiroad is Vanguard, let's be honest.
So let's get over into Anteiku Nations of two favorite things that have gone over that they've done. I want to hear
that
two
we
different...
have gone over today, or
no, two things that they've done this year that you've been excited for. What inspired you? Because you did take a break and now you came back. What brought you back to them? Because again, you had to be still a fan of them to come back.
I've always been a fan of Vanguard. Like, I'll never stop. Like, Vanguard's just one game, I'm gonna geek over, and I'll never stop loving. Even if I can't, unfortunately, play the TCG, which if I could be playing the TCG, it's just no point for me right now to invest in that. But anyway, honestly, it was the changes like we were talking about to the system, the things that they are improving on, the things that they are listening to between like PGs. That was a huge thing because like when I did stop, It was right when Ezel came out, right when Vermilion, but everybody was renting out MLB. And all I was seeing was MLB and crits being thrown on my face. And nothing feels bad or worse than when you've got no PG in hand and you just die because of the one thing that can save your life you don't have, and you just die to this deck. And it was aggravating. But now,
the hand fixing you like, that's what you're trying to go with?
The hand fixing, along with the way that they did the PGs, the reworking of the PGs, the activation timing, that was a big factor, because I'm like, okay, this is better. They can take me to 5, but yet I can still live.
Yeah.
I don't have to just outright die to MLB. Let's see. And I do like these new systems, these new, like what we got here on the screen, the deck building gacha. This one says that during the catastrophic outbreak, each pull of this gacha gets you reprint metal to spark cards for this gacha. This gives you another outlet to get the cards that you want, that if you don't pull them, well, then you can go and actually get the card that you want.
Yeah, the grabbing from older sets without having to spend in older set pulls, which I think is a very great way of doing it. I think they should implement it sooner than how late they've been, like having you to use middle of the month, like they've done with the Angel Feathers and Bermuda and everything like that. It should have been just all from the start. It should have been all from the start. I should have been able to pull from the old stuff immediately, instead of me having to waste all my packs halfway just to be able to prepare for the next month.
Yeah.
Now, here's one thing I do want to just mention real quick, and I do think it was an awesome idea, because I think they took this from Shadowverse, was the implementation of the trial decks. Here's one thing, and I'm a little mad at myself. I needed one more Gantt slot still, right? If I'd have spent $10, got the trial deck, I would have got my Gantt slot and still had enough materials to make another Jewel Knight. And now I look at it, I'm like, why didn't I just get the trial deck and get the Gantt slot? Here's the cool thing, though. If you've already got the Gantt slots, you already got everything in the trial deck, and you're like, I need some extra materials, spend $10, get the trial deck, because everything in the trial deck all of a sudden becomes materials.
That's a good point. That's great.
It's not
and then
bad.
You get an SB starter.
Exactly. I was tempted when I saw the Conroe. I was like, ooh, SP Conroe. I kind of want that, or the SP Solus, or I'm just like, that's cool. My thing is, though, I wish they would do that for all clans. I really wish they'd do one for D Police, because I'm still down 2 regular Dayushas. If they would just give us a little trial deck, and there's a Dayusha. They're
slowly moving that direction. Remember, they came out with the 4 original guys, but they're slowly moving that direction, hopefully.
I think it's beginner friendly, though. It's a way to get a deck and get you started. And I just think that's something that they should do.
Yeah, what I'm not a fan of is the cost. It's $15, isn't it?
No, it's actually 10. It's 10. Sure. And that's the cost of a regular trial deck in the TCG. So literally,
that's 10 US.
But this is worse. It's the OG trial decks, guys. You don't want these.
That is that. Let's just keep that in mind. That is the bad part. That's why I say they need to keep updating. I think with each new update, they should implement new trial decks. The fact that they haven't is kind of mind blowing to me.
Yeah. I mean, they're literally losing out on money by not doing so. If they actually took the time to add in structure decks on a regular basis. What are they thinking? They would actually get money. They would easily get money.
It's funny, though, because you get Blaster Blade in the trial deck. They've not given us enough ways to get Blaster Blade in the game.
I mean, you log in, you get
not
4.
Been playing it. Yeah.
You log in, you get 4, so it doesn't matter.
That was your first thing, or have you said 2 things now?
He's at 3.
Yeah, I'm at 3, because I wanted to mention that, because that was just something I was like, I'm a huge fan. I just wish they would keep pushing it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Avatar, do you want to tell us what do you think Vanguard Zero did right?
So there's a lot of things that over the time period they did fantastic after listening to their community and everything like that. So first off, we have ways for content creators / people that like to host tournaments to gain free packs. And again, that was such a great invention, making it so that tournaments can be played by a lot of people and give out free prize support without having to cost money out of our pockets. again, and then you got something for
Right.
rewarded. Go like, hey, here's a few things. Here. Here's thank you for hosting. Here's your ambassador symbol. Here's everything. This is our thank you.
Love it.
And it's
Yeah.
just it's helpful because now you get, if you get a big enough crowd, you get like 15-20 packs saying like, here, for your time and effort, let's give you this. And I think that was a really good way of doing it. And I think that's the best way they could have gone about that, especially in the times we were, because they really, you couldn't have a store host it again. And now this now is the permanent thing. But the second thing I really love that they did, and I'm going to say this right now, is that it's going to get implemented in about a couple months for us, but they already implemented it this year for, JP, was that they gave the event clans that you were struggling to get. Everybody was struggling to get the cards they need. Now they're giving you away during that probably once a year, where you're revamping everything. You can pull from a gacha system and get the select cards of the clans you want. If you wanted Tachikaze, but you're missing like 3 cards from it on the SRR, but you don't want to craft them because you got to build the new deck, well, hey, here you go. Here's your way of getting it. Or do you want to just save your gems for when that comes out and just hold off on getting Tachikaze? Here's a way of getting back up to catch on the event clans that are just, you're so far behind, and people really struggled on that. And I think that's the correct way of moving forwards they need to do, or implement it every 6 months after everybody's gone through a cycle. Boom. Here's the last 6 of them. Here's the new stuff in it. Here's your chance and shot at it. I know people want to be able to craft them and stuff like that, but you know what? You don't need to. Just put them in the packs. We get now slimmed down into event clans of 3, and you kind of like now have the selective, I need this and I need this. So like with me, Mega Colony, I only picked up 4 triple R's when I built the deck because I wasn't building the other one because I didn't like the other one. So I skipped that. And I think that's really helpful for everybody to be able to proceed going forwards as a new player friendly system, is to give them every 6 months to make up for the event clans they missed. And I think
it's good, like when you miss out on, because like I missed out on
Grand Blue,
Neonectar. I missed out on Musketeers, and I missed out on Tachikaze.
Yeah, and luckily you only need 1 Dark Rex with Tachikaze, thankfully, so you're fine there.
Yeah, because everything else is kind of like, it was it's not good.
But again,
I'm not really a Tachikaze kind of guy, but it's great that you guys enjoy it.
Oh no,
I'm
the problem,
fan.
Tachikaze, the original, is trash, hot trash. It's the second wave of Tachikaze that really makes it into a multi-attacking deck, like Mirakumo's is. Like, you start feeling the same play style, but that's like the biggest issue on that. And I think this is a great way. If Game Freak continues on the path they are, they might survive longer. But the issue is going to come down how they handle Legion and they handle Stride. Because it is going to be that same gameplay we saw in the TCG, where you hold on to your grade 3 and don't give it to your opponent, because one thing has to be printed immediately when this game drops, and that is Seabreeze. When Stride comes in, Seabreeze needs to be printed. It needs to be the first card you get, because this game will have that same issue the trading card game had if they do not print Seabreeze right off the bat. Or they make it so that it doesn't matter who gets on, like, if your opponent stays a grade 2 1 turn prior, then it punishes them for doing so. Hopefully you enjoyed that little segment, and hopefully it was a lot of fun for you guys to listen to, and glad you stuck around till the very end. If you guys want, I want to ask you guys something. I know it's at the end of the video, but how would you guys feel if I set up a Patreon for you guys? And, you know, I'm trying to figure out what would be interesting stuff to have in a Patreon, because I'm not used to it, but I want to give it a way for you guys to be able to support me in like monetary small amounts where it wouldn't be like crazy. But again, I would love for feedback and tell me what I should do on that end. So guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe on this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.